Meghan Markle's occupation on her Wikipedia page changed from fashion model and spokesmodel to activist and humanitarian 3 days before her relationship with Prince Harry was revealed. Meghan Markle's occupation on her Wikipedia page changed just days before her relationship with Prince Harry was revealed. The Duchess of Sussex's entry on the site was amended to show her occupation as actress, activist, humanitarian instead of actress, fashion model and spokesmodel on October 9, 2016. Her relationship with Prince Harry became public later that month. A reference to her appearances on Deal or No Deal in the US as a briefcase girl were removed from the page first. It initially read, Meghan Markle, born on August 4, 1981 in Los Angeles, California, is an American fashion model, spokesmodel, and actress. She is best known for her role as Rachel Zane on the USA legal drama Suits. She was the model who held case number 24 on the US version of the television game show Deal or No Deal, Season 1, and also played Federal Bureau of Investigation Special Agent Amy Jessup in Fox's sci-fi thriller Fringe. However, after an edit at 10:48 p.m. on October 9, the information about her role on a hit game show at the top of the page was removed completely. In this same save, a humanitarian work section was added. It read, Markle is actively involved in the socio-political arena, and in 2016 she became Global Ambassador for World Vision Canada, traveling to Rwanda for the Clean Water campaign. She has also worked with the United Nations Women, where, as an advocate, she presented at UN headquarters for the He4She Gender Equality campaign in September 2014. Meghan has also been a panelist on the IS-Team list of speakers for One Young World, Dublin, 2014, and has traveled to Afghanistan with the Joint Chief of Staff on the SO Tour December 2014. Then, in a final save at 10:51 p.m., her occupation was altered in a box appearing on the right-hand side of the page. It also called her the founder of lifestyle blog The Tick, which she ran at the time. The changes were reportedly made by an unnamed user with an IP address linked to a Los Angeles PR company. There is nothing to suggest that Meghan was ever represented by the firm. The edits have raised questions about whether a friend of the Duchess of Sussex could have made the changes knowing she would be thrust into the public eye once the news about their relationship broke. It comes as bombshell biography Finding Freedom claims the couple were tipped off that a tabloid was planning to run the story of their romance. There is no suggestion that Meghan was involved in the pair's relationship becoming public. The book states, the following day Meghan felt somewhat bittersweet. On the one hand, she was disappointed that their secret was out. It was no longer just the two of them. While Meghan, before she met Harry, had occasionally set up a paparazzi photo here and there or let info slip out to the press, she did everything in her power to protect the privacy of her relationship with the prince. She knew keeping things quiet meant they could get to know each other without pressure or further worries that came from reporters covering their romance. But it added there was also a part of her that was relieved. Next news, timeline of events in Duchess of Sussex's claim against Mail on Sunday publisher. The Duchess of Sussex's legal action against the Mail on Sunday over its publication of a private and confidential letter to her estranged father Thomas Markle has reached the High Court. But the case is simply the latest chapter in an escalation of hostilities between the British media and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who recently announced they are stepping back from their duties as senior royals. Here is a timeline of key events so far. 2016 July, Harry and Meghan meet in London through the Friends and become an item. October 30th, news breaks that Harry is dating star of US legal drama Suits Meghan Markle. November 8th, Harry attacks the media over its abuse and harassment of his girlfriend, with Kensington Palace warning on his behalf, "This is not a game, it is her life." 2017 October 19th, it emerges that Harry has taken the Suits star to meet his grandmother the Queen, whose permission they need to marry. November 27th, Clarence House announces the engagement. Harry and Meghan pose for pictures at Kensington Palace, and record a television interview. The wedding venue, St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle, is confirmed the following day. December 15th, the wedding date is announced as May 19, 2018. 2018 May 12th, Mr. Markle speaks to Harry on the phone, warning him that the story of the staged paparazzi photos, which he was allegedly paid for, was about to break. In one shot, he apparently pretended to read an article about his daughter and Harry online in an internet cafe, while in another he appeared to be being measured for a suit. May 14th, Mr. Markle looks set to miss the wedding amid reports he staged photos for the paparazzi and suffered a heart attack. Meghan appeals for understanding and respect for her father. He later issues a public statement through US website TMZ that he had gone to hospital because he had suffered a heart attack. Mr. Markle writes to Meghan saying he is sorry and that he will not be attending the wedding to spare her any further embarrassment. On the same day, Harry sends text messages to Mr. Markle, urging him to respond to calls and saying that going public will only make the situation worse. May 15th, in a text to her father, Meghan writes, "I have been reaching out to you all weekend but you're not taking any of our calls or replying to any texts. Very concerned about your health and safety and have taken every measure to protect you but not sure what more we can do if you don't respond." May 17th, Meghan confirms her father will not be attending her wedding, saying he needs to focus on his health. May 19th, Harry and Meghan marry at St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle, and become the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. August, the Duchess writes a letter to her father, reportedly accusing him of breaking her heart into a million pieces by giving interviews to the press. October 15th, the Duke and Duchess are very pleased that Meghan is expecting a baby in the spring of 2019, Kensington Palace announces. November 25th, Mr. Markle texts the Duchess saying, "I want to reach out to you or try to reach out to you one more time. You apparently have just written me off and now it's telling me I guess for the rest of my life." Meghan will later claim in court documents that she never received this text message. 2019. February 10th, the Mail on Sunday publishes an article with the headline revealed, "The letter showing true tragedy of Meghan's rift with a father she says has broken her heart into a million pieces." An article is also published on Mail Online. May 6th, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor is born at the Portland Hospital in London after Meghan goes into labour in the early hours of the morning. May 8th, the Duke and Duchess present baby Archie to the world at a press briefing at St. George's Hall at Windsor Castle. August, the couple are heavily criticised in the press for using private jets to go on holiday with Archie to the south of France. In September, Harry defends the use of the transport and claims it was to ensure their safety. September 23rd, Harry and Meghan take Archie on a 2-week royal tour of South Africa, while the Duke also visits Botswana, Malawi and Angola alone. October 1st, Prince Harry issues a strongly worded statement criticising the press for its coverage of his wife. At the same time, the Sussexes release a statement confirming they will take legal action against Associated Newspapers, the publisher of the Mail on Sunday, for the intrusive and unlawful publication of one of her private letters. October 4th, a royal source confirms the Duke of Sussex had started legal proceedings against the publishers of The Sun and the Daily Mirror newspapers over alleged phone hacking. October 5th, Thomas Markle claims that he did not intend to share a private letter sent by Meghan, but felt pressure to do so after he was mischaracterized by an article in People magazine. October 11th, Meghan's particulars of claim are filed at the High Court, alleging the Mail on Sunday published a private and confidential letter to her father, Thomas Markle, which detailed her intimate thoughts and feelings about her father's health and her relationship with him at that time. October 21st, Meghan reveals her struggles with royal life in an ITV documentary filmed during the Duke and Duchess's trip to Africa, and says, "It's not enough to just survive something. You got to thrive." In the same program, Harry reveals he and brother William are on different paths. November 14th, the Duke and Duchess confirm they will not spend Christmas at Sandringham with the royal family. It is later announced they are taking a 6-week break and they spend the holidays in Canada. 2020. January 8th, the Duke and Duchess announce in a statement released by Buckingham Palace they are stepping back as senior members of the royal family and are working to become financially independent. They also reveal they will split their time between the UK and North America. January 14th, Associated Newspapers files its defense, claiming the Duchess of Sussex was more worried about the unflattering effect of the publication of letter extracts written to her estranged father than any breach with her data protection rights. The defense document also reveals that the publisher will rely on evidence from Mr. Markle, meaning that should the case go to trial both Meghan and her father may have to testify against one another. January 19, the Duke of Sussex describes the media as a powerful force during a speech at a private event for his charity Cinderella, in which he referred to the impact of overwhelming media intrusion on the daily life of his mother Diana, the Princess of Wales, who was killed in a crash after her car, driven at speed by a drunk chauffeur, was chased through the streets of Paris by the paparazzi. January 27, Thomas Markle is interviewed on ITV's Good Morning Britain and asks the Duke of Sussex to man up and meet him. He describes the breakdown of his relationship with Meghan as ridiculous, and calls for a reunion. On the same day, he says he is willing to testify against his daughter, telling The Sun, "I'll see Meghan in court." April 20, details of calls and texts by the Duke and Duchess to Mr. Markle in the days before their May 2018 wedding are revealed in court documents. In their reply to the Mail on Sunday's defense, the Duchess's lawyers say she first discovered her father was in hospital through his statement to US website TMZ. On the same day, the Duke and Duchess announced they have severed all dealings with Britain's tabloid press, writing in a strongly worded letter to the editors of The Sun, Daily Mirror, Daily Mail and Daily Express that they will not offer themselves up as currency for an economy of clickbait and distortion. April 24, first High Court hearing in Meghan's legal action against Associated Newspapers. Mr. Justice Warby hears an application by the publisher to strike out parts of Meghan's claim. The Duke and Duchess are understood to listen into the part of the hearing conducted by her lawyers. The case is heard remotely as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. May 1, Associated Newspapers wins the first High Court skirmish in the legal action. In a ruling, Mr. Justice Warby strikes out parts of Meghan's claim against the publisher, including allegations that it acted dishonestly by leaving out certain passages of the letter. The judge also struck out allegations that the publisher deliberately stirred up issues between Meghan and her father, and that it had an agenda of publishing intrusive or offensive stories about her. The judge said those allegations should not form part of her case at this stage, because they were irrelevant to her claim for misuse of private information, copyright infringement and breach of the Data Protection Act. But he also said those parts of her case may be revived at a later stage, if they are put on a proper legal basis. July 1, Meghan applies to the High Court to stop Associated Newspapers from naming her 5 friends who spoke anonymously to People, a US magazine, to defend her from tabloid bullying. July 29, Meghan's claim returns to the High Court for another preliminary hearing. Mr. Justice Warby hears 2 matters, one on costs and an application to prevent Associated Newspapers from disclosing the names of the 5 people who spoke anonymously to People magazine.